The UIL State Track and Field Championships. For high school athletes in Texas, there is no bigger stage. Only 9 athletes in each event across every region in this massive state qualify to compete. Making it this far doesn't just mean you're fast, it means you're elite. This year, Greenwood sent 4 athletes to state. Each one carried a different story. Each one represented a season of sacrifice, training, setbacks, and breakthrough moments. And no matter the finish, just being here is a badge of honor. Before we celebrate the races and results, we look back at the journey. From the district battles to the pressure of regionals, this road isn't easy. But it's that very difficulty that makes a state qualification something worth celebrating forever.
For a 4A school to have 4 athletes at the state meet is fairly rare. I think it does happen more than you probably think, because the state of Texas, to qualify for the state meet, it takes, a lot of really good times during the season, and then you have to stay healthy, and then you have to be top 4 in district, you have to be top 4 at area, and then you have to be the top 2 in the region. And for our region to be the top 2 in any event is pretty tough. I think when you have athletes going to state, it reflects the growth of the program when you have multiple athletes going to state. I think that, an athlete here or there going to state is probably not as big of a deal. If you have multiple kids going to state, then that means that you have a lot of kids involved and that good things are happening.
First up, junior Kaysen Brooks in the 110-meter hurdles, ranked 9th coming in. Kaysen knew he'd have to run his best race of the year to move up, and that's exactly what he did. With a clean, powerful run, he posted a season-best 14:96 and earned an 8th-place finish on the state's biggest stage.
My mindset was just really just a PR, did the best I can, and, maybe not try to get last, just see how things could go. Running my best time at state, that was amazing. I thought I could do a lot better, but I'm just glad I got to PR, and I'm glad I got the chance to go to state. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes things don't always go your way. Track and hurdles in general sometimes is luck, but it's a lot about hard work.
In the 300-meter hurdles, Dylan Payton found himself in a field packed with some of the top hurdlers in the country. But the junior from Greenwood wasn't just there to participate. He was there to compete. Clocking in at 38:64, Dylan surged into a 4th-place finish. Not just one of the fastest in 4A, but one of the fastest in Texas.
Just getting back to state after this whole year, it feels really good to just know that all the hard work I put in has paid off. And I had a good time, even though it didn't really turn out how I wanted to. I still had a good time, and it was a good learning experience. My biggest challenge to make it to state this year was just trying to do good every race and not let any minor setbacks just not allow me to get there. If I were to win a medal against every classification, that'd mean a lot to me, because I put in the work every year, and though I haven't got a medal yet, if I do get one next year, that'll be a really, really exciting time.
For sophomore Kalani Weeks, the state meet was a chance to make history. Ranked 9th in the 200-meter dash, she stepped into the blocks ready to deliver. When the gun fired, she exploded down the track, crossing the line in 24:79 seconds. A new personal best, an 8th-place finish, and a school record that had stood untouched since 1993.
I knew it was going to be a special race. It felt special the whole way. It means a lot. Knowing that I haven't been doing track for very long, I'm proud of it. I feel pretty good about it, and I hope I can do more next year.
And then there's Tristan Wilson. After a season of uncertainty, a battle with cancer, and limited time to train, Tristan's goal was simply to compete. But when the competition started, he proved, once again, he's built different. With a throw of 21 feet, 5.5 inches, Tristan earned a bronze medal. Not just in 4A, but across every classification 1A through 6A. His courage, his power, and his resilience were unmatched. These 4 athletes showed what it means to chase greatness. They stood shoulder to shoulder with the fastest and strongest in Texas, and they didn't flinch. For Greenwood, this wasn't just a trip to state. It was a statement, a reminder that hard work, belief, and heart can take you all the way to the final stage. They may return with medals, personal bests, and records, but more than that, they return with pride, because no matter the outcome, they made it.
This group of Greenwood tracksters represents how strong we are and how strong we can be. The sky's the limit for this group. I'll remember most their camaraderie. This group brought in a new girl in me and in Kaylani, and they wrapped their arms around us and welcomed us in like family. When you walk the halls right before you go to regionals or right before you go to state, I think you inspire all the little girls around you to accomplish what you did, but to even go a step farther and break your records. And that inspiration will live on for centuries now that we have 3 records. Greenwood track has been strong. The boys program has been a strength in our athletic program for a while now. But having Kaylani go to state and having such a good showing at regionals means that the girls program is finally holding their own. And they've got some young ones coming up too, so they'll be strong for years to come.
And maybe the best part of all, not one of our state qualifiers was a senior, which means the pinnacle hasn't been reached yet. The story of Greenwood track isn't finished. The next chapter of pain and glory is already being written.